Hello, my Jason. Welcome to my anime review for Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. And so this is a Kyoto Animation anime based on the light novel by Torako with illustrations by Nozumi Osaka. It was an honorable mention winner at the inaugural 2010 Kyoto Animation Awards, and it was published in 2011, shortly after that, with a fourth volume coming out. So by the time this video comes out, it should already be out now in Japan. But this is sort of the model that Kyoto Animation has, basing their anime on their sort of own original works per se, keeping things in-house as possible with this Kyoto Animation Awards, where they do award these light novels. The publication of that eventually becoming an anime adaptation. There are definitely countless of examples of this here. And with the director as well, the animation department always keeping things in-house, really keeping that sort of Kyoto Animation style. Here, with the director being Tatsuya Ishihara, who has directed the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and that's sort of the closest depiction of Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions here, with that directorial, sort of similar story per se, with sort of a guy who is sort of forsaking the magical or just imagination in and of itself, with Kyon really just keeping things realistic. And you have the main character here, Yuta Togashi, who was once a Chunibyo patient, as sort of the plot description describes, and he's coming in to a new high school, forsaking anywhere near his old middle school to make sure that no one recognizes him as the Dark Flame Master, as he used to call himself here. But he does end up meeting a girl. In Yuta's case, he meets a girl who is still in her Chunibyo phase, sort of middle school syndrome, as it's sometimes referred to as well, in Rika Takanashi. And similar to melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya, Kyon runs into Haruhi herself, sort of, accidentally finding himself in conversations with her, and, ending up hanging out with her all the time. Say that Yuta turns out that way as well, sort of a chance encounter between Rika and Yuta in the first episode, along with a nurse visit as well. Yuta goes with Rika, and they end up being neighbors as well. And so a chance encounter between these two, and as the title does suggest, these two, a romance sort of blooms out in a very natural progression, and they do, they pace it out really well, the romance parts of Rika and Yuta, and sort of Rika balancing out her Chunibyo with her feelings for Yuta is pretty much the whole basis of the title itself, along with the whole plot of the anime. And just to give other shout outs to people on the staff here for Chunibyo, is the series compositioner Juki Hanada, the character designer is Kazuma Ikeda, the art director is Mutsuo Shinohara, and the chief animation director is Kazuma Ikeda. And, all these animators have one way or another worked under Kyoto Animation in some sort of way, either as a key animator, or in the same position as a script writer, or as an animation director as well. And that sort of art style really does show in Kyoto Animation works, especially with this anime here. The art and character designs are fantastic, especially the background art and a bunch of different scenes as well. You can pretty much make a still frame of various scenes in this anime, and even the opening and ending themes, the way they're done there is probably one of the best parts of this anime. Here, it's pretty, I know sometimes, fans, they like to skip the opening theme just to get to the episode, but I would suggest not to do that here, for Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions, because both opening themes for Season 1 and Season 2 and Heartthrob, are fantastic. Even the ending themes as well, fans like to skip that, just get on to the next episode, but I would recommend, just watch the whole thing, from beginning to end with the opening and ending themes, because they're both fantastic for both Season 1 and Season 2. And as I mentioned before, the whole story is basically just a slice of life anime, essentially, with Yuta and Rika, their blooming romance, along with the antics of Rika and her Chunibyo antics, having these mock battles and having this sort of mundane become more than it actually is, with these epic fights that they do have, which are well animated. The action scenes are really well done with the lighting, the framing, the composition work, and all that stuff there. You have other characters as well in Shinka, Nibutani, Sanae Dekomori, and Kumin as well for our last name. But you also have another guy character, Makoto, who serves as Yuta's guy friend. But it's pretty interesting how Makoto's role in the anime becomes less prominent as the episodes go on. Especially the more closer he gets to Rika, the less you see of Makoto there, which isn't that much of a loss since he's just more of a ancillary character that sort of pretty much get brought down by a lot of characters like Kumin and Shinka as well. Shinka and her sort of, the straight girl aspects to the insanity that Sanae has, that's sort of a big comedic, relief there. I mean, the whole anime is pretty much a comedy with itself, but still their dispositions against each other, with Sanae, worshipping Mori Summer, which was Shinka's, spoiler alerts, I guess, for the first couple episodes. But for Shinka, she used to be a Chunibyo as well. Her alter persona was Mori Summer, which she also had the same planet as Yuta, where she wanted to go to a different high school to sort of forsake her alter persona. And I did like how they kind of hint at first in the first 3 episodes, but they kind of take it away after the 3rd or 4th episode, where it was believed that Yuta had a crush on Shinka. It's not really believed, but he definitely did. But it's believed that Shinka had the same feelings towards her, but that turned out to not be the case. And I really like that there. They didn't really have a love triangle at any points in the first season, at least. The second season, Heartthrob, which came out, I believe, a couple months after season 1, it introduces this new character, and it's Satone, who knew Yuta at middle school, and they sort of hung out together, and Satone had a huge crush on Yuta, and so that really breeds out a love triangle in season 2. I think that aspect really drags season 2 down. It's still really good, and still really fun. You still have that slice of life elements within season 2, but season 1 is very solid overall. You learn a lot more about Rika, her relationship with her family. Her older sister Toka is awesome, especially her small moments with Yuta's little sister Yumeha. They're sort of minor scenes together. It's like a minute long. You see them interacting with each other. It's so fantastic there. But you learn more about Rika, why she's a Chunibyo even in high school, and learn about more of her backstory as well. Really fantastic stuff there, and really adds a bigger theme to the anime as well. Makes it a lot bigger than maybe it should be, at least, but I still really liked how it played out at the end of season 1. And so for rating for this anime series, I give this one an A-. For pretty complex characters, I would say you have actual character growth between Yuta and Rika. For the other characters, though, pretty stock characters overall. Kumin, she likes to sleep a lot. The whole reason she's part of their school club is because she wanted to do a napping club, and so they just combine their clubs together. That's why she's part of the group. Shinka and Sanae, they have their shticks as well, which, if you're into them, that makes it hilarious. If not, probably not going to be your cup of tea as well. There are also some minor things as well, which on the rewatch are pretty cringy to watch. Yuta is borderline abusive towards Rika, and it's pretty framed as pretty a cute sort of thing, especially with Rika's reactions towards them, so it's pretty bit much for me on the rewatch, at least. And I'm including season 2 in my rating as well, where it was a big step down due to the love triangle introduced with Satone. She is part of the group eventually at the end as well, and her story gets resolved, but it wasn't really that satisfactory towards her story anyway, or sympathetic at least, to use that phrase there. And we have the new movie coming out in January in Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions, Take On Me, which is a sequel towards the first 2 seasons, so a 3rd season essentially, where we have the group in their 3rd year of high school, and so lots more insanity, lots more big decisions will come of that in that movie there, at least for what it looks like, and from reading the plot description as well. And so what are your thoughts on Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions? What are your thoughts in the comment section down below? And also put down your favorite Kyoto Animation work in the comment section down below. I'd like to know your opinions on which Kyoto Animation work is your favorite. I've done reviews of other Kyoto Animation anime. I'll put the links in those in the description down below. Thank you for watching my anime review for Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. Hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.